I'm back. So the next few days, I'm gonna be popping out some videos. Got to give me a little bit of time. I've been looking into a lot of different things. I'm gonna leave some stuff in the description box if you want to go ahead and jump in and start looking into it yourself. You know, in your free time or whatever. Um, I've come across some articles where I thought were interesting. The Catholics are literally stating to start, in somewhat of a way, don't participate in stuff with Negroes. Like the Negro hymns, don't sing them because they're not for the Catholics. They're specifically designed for us. All right, and it's interesting because a lot of this stuff is taking me back to South America. So specifically, um, the I want to say this right, the northeast. I hope I said the northeast shores of South America, where the Dutch and the French hold a lot of the land, um, which is taking me back there. Which I actually got to see some glimpse of some ruins of some cities, some city walls and stuff like that, which almost made me think I was looking at some things in Ethiopia, to be honest, when I seen them. So, just enjoying this while we still can, taking this stuff in. Um, I'm gonna leave that in the description box because I think it's interesting. I want to see where this is going to take me, but I thought it was interesting because the guy was also speaking about not to affiliate with Negroes and stuff like that, but he was also talking about there is going to be a female pope that's going to arise, and this is going aligned with the whole mindset that what is it? It's sexism to think that the Antichrist is a man, and everybody's been brainwashed into thinking that it's a man when the book of Revelation says a good chance is it is a woman, right? At least that's how this guy was trying to word it. So the harlot of all harlots, the mother, and all that stuff. So, which I'm still, uh, I still like to stick to the Old Testament when it comes to that kind of stuff because the New Testament to me makes it more difficult than it needs to be, you know. Um, and then when I started thinking about the New Testament stuff, I started asking more and more questions that seem to have less and less answers. Like, what is the UK compared to England? You know, wouldn't the daughter be the United States, the mother be the UK? You know, then how does that relate back to the Vatican? In what sense? So just stuff like that. You know, but I'm gonna, like I said, I'll leave in the description box because it has a pretty interesting take on Negroes and Catholics in their opinion need to separate and stuff like that. Plus, I've read where they try to say Negroes are cursed with the curses of how they say it, Cham, Cham. It's literally in their writings that they're Cham and not Ham. So, but with Lex and others that have done their work, and presented it, we know that they are deliberately misleading by going off of that. So another thing is, while looking into my heritage on my father's side, you know, I was just breaking down his name, and he has Lamar in it, right? So it was interesting as I'm reading about the Indians in Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. I come across a clan called the the Lamar culture, right? And it's all about Indians that live by the Lamar culture. And I had no idea there was even such a thing. I mean, you say Lamar, and I'm thinking, some name that comes out of England. Why would you have Indian tribes called Lamar, or a culture, I'm sorry, called Lamar, and the Indians live by that were in a region of the eastern part of the United States? So I thought it was interesting. Like I said, when I get to that, I'll make a video on that. Again, I've been looking into Zoroastrianism, and I've been looking into Astroism. The Zoroastrianism, the Jewish version of it, the study of the stars, and the 12 signs of the zodiac and stuff like that. And then looking into Astroism because I've noticed that, oh, at least when I'm reading stuff, it seems to be Astroism is the one thing that's kind of hidden. We all know about the Kabbalah and all these other things, but we don't hear too much about Zoroastrianism and how the Jews use that. So when I get some more credible things, I'll present it. If you want to go ahead, jump into it and look for it yourself. Um, think that's just about it. Oh, I found something interesting, right? So I was looking through tribes in um, what is it called over there? Thailand. I was looking through tribes in Thailand, right? And because I'd ran across a tribe, a poster someone had posted a while back. That I screenshot it, and I'm trying to find it again, but I ran across it. And I put the tribe in. I couldn't find it here in North America, but it came up in um, Thailand. So I was trying to do that again, but I can't remember the name of the tribe and how it means two words. It's just broken up. Um, I just couldn't find it, so I was just that's all I guess I'm trying to say. But as I was looking into it again, I ended up looking into the list of tribes I was given through Wikipedia, and from there I took a tribe name that I thought was interesting, especially because of the image. I've seen this one guy. He's called the Big Man, and which that took me back to the UK. And apparently there's a tribe, a Negro tribe that travels and goes back to Papua New Guinea and Thailand and stuff like this, and they do their concerts there. They're originally men that were from there that moved to the UK, and they go back and forth, right? And they have a band, and um, they tell the Papua New Guinea stories in their songs, in their culture, in their songs, so people in the UK can have it for entertainment and stuff like that. And one of the things I was doing is I was looking through these guys' albums and songs and stuff like that. I ran across a name of a tribe, so put it into the search engine, and it came back to have led me to a tribe called Dani, Dani, right? Or Danny. Well, anyways, I thought that was interesting because uh, I immediately took to Google, right? Put the name into a search engine, and the search engine there, and it came back to being the name is a Hebrew name. Well, at least that's what it gave me from behind the names, right? It came back to saying it was a Hebrew name, and it means um, God will judge me, right? So I thought that was interesting, and I went ahead and went to my um, Bible Tool website, right, and I, wanted to read again about what Dan was supposed to be, and the blessing that his father gave him says, that Dan will judge himself. So I don't know if it's a play on word. I don't know if it's a mix up, but I thought it was interesting, And the this tribe also has images of them going to war apparently with other tribes. They even have a brother standing on the watchtower with his bow and arrow and stuff like that. So I thought it was interesting, the correlation of the two, and if there is any kind of, I don't know how to say it, a clashing, where I can find out if this is what we were looking for, you know. So, like I said, the more I learn about it, you know, the more I feel comfortable talking about it. But if you want to go ahead and look into them yourself, you might be able to see what I'm missing, And if you do, please, after you make a video and let me know. Be like, hey, dummy, I made a video. I figured it out. So, oh, with the whole election thing, right? Too, because everybody loves to talk about that. Um, doesn't it show us that social engineering is real? You know, because wasn't it back in the early '90s people came across the Illuminati cards, and they had Mr. Trump, which is his real name, not Trump, but that's what they changed it to. His actually not he, but his grandfather changed it to that. Um, but they had him on the card when in the year 2000, The Simpsons aired episodes with him, running for president. And then you think about it, all those years we used to see these posters, and I tried to find some these posters of like the New World Order, right? And they have like cameras on these walls around, and you see the city in the center of it. You have all these high walls, and then you have cameras there and cars driving in and out there. So I mean, so they were preparing our mind for it. We just, you know, didn't put two and two together fast enough. And then there's others that just didn't care and don't care, and they think they got their way. So um, check out those cards though if you get a chance. Some of them are interesting because they also show like I remember when Lex was doing what was the thing about the vaccinations and how the vaccinations are meant to uh, shut down our immune systems and shut down whatever it is, he named it. It started. I can't remember what it's called though, but it's supposed to heal our body's supposed to heal ourselves naturally. These vaccinations actually kill it and shut it down, so then it can't heal us. And on one of the cards that always stuck out in my mind is the one where there's the hand, right? And the hand is being eaten away by what is it? He said it's a flesh eating bacteria. So I always thought about that too. Anyways, I know it's a lot. Like I said, I'm gonna start popping them out. Check some of the stuff out for yourself, so you don't have to sit and watch my, my videos or anything like that. So, anyways, it's MW Smith. I'm out. Take care, everyone.